Hey folks, it's John Madel here. Another episode of the Porch Show. I was going to do an episode outside on the porch because it's a nice day. But I think people might get a little disturbed with the song I'm going to sing. So before I sing this song, I just want to kind of tell you a funny story about when I went out the other night. So I had $2, and there's a local bar up the street, and I had $2, and I'm thinking to I don't really drink, so I have $2, and I'm thinking to myself, alright, that's probably enough for a can of beer. Whatever, I can just have a can of beer and go home. It was around midnight or something. And so I have $2. I go up to the bar. It's karaoke night, which I didn't know. So I'm thinking bonus, like I haven't sung karaoke in forever. Maybe I'll sing a song too while I'm here. And a buddy of mine's the DJ. And then his wife was the bartender. So I went up to the bar and I was like, I have $2. Is that enough for a can of beer? And the bartender gave me a can of cheap beer, and she's just like, don't worry about it, John. So I'm like, sweet, I got a beer, I still have $2 in my pocket, and it's karaoke night. So I start moseying around this little local bar, and I see a girl that I went to kindergarten with, and which tends to happen around here. It's like a small little community, and I've just known people for a really long time. So I see this girl, and I had given her a copy of one of my books about a year ago, and she didn't have any cash on her, so I was just like, I said, don't worry about it. Like at the time, like I didn't need money, I didn't care. So she says, I have cash on me now, let me pay you for it. So she gives me $10, which is how much one of my books costs. And so now I have $12, a free beer, and it's karaoke night. My night just keeps getting better. So now I see a buddy of mine I've known for about 20 years. Let me buy you a shot. Well, I don't drink very much or very often, but I did a shot of Fireball with my buddy. Known him 20 years. And so, my night's just getting better. Then I see another guy I've known. He grew up 2 streets down from me. He buys me a beer. And so I'm like 3 drinks and $10 up going out. I think people are just glad to see me out because I haven't been out in a very long time. So anyway, my night was pretty sweet, and I sang some songs, and karaoke is one of my favorite things to do. I don't know, maybe next time I'll invite some friends, but it was kind of like spur of the moment type thing. So I fell in love with this song in college. I took some poetry classes, and it's a poem by BobDylan that he turned into a song. And I originally became familiar with it as a poet, or as a poem, and then I heard the song, and I just fell in love with it. I still listen to it, still sing it 15 years later. I didn't get to sing it at karaoke night the other night, so I'm going to sing it for y'all. And I'll try not to butcher it too badly. I was actually going to sing, I was going to sing Me and Bobby McGee by Janis Joplin, but there's a lot of like la-di-da-di-da type stuff, and I know I would have really butchered that, so I'm going to do my best. I always have a cheat sheet, even though I pretty much know this song by heart. But, you know, sometimes we need a little cheat sheet. So I'm going to sing for you. I'm in my room. My parents are in the other room. They're probably going to hear me belt this out, so I think my mom enjoys my videos too. But I'm looking for guests to come on the show too. Really, it's kind of a backhanded way to promote my books. And my number one fan just tuned in, Officer Reynolds. Known him since grade school. But anyway, I better get down to business. I'm going to sing this song for you. I didn't get to sing it at karaoke the other night, so here we go. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you had grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changin'. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's namin'. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changin'. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall, for he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. There's a battle outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changin'. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can lend your hand, for the times they are a-changin'. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changin'. So that was my rendition of Bob Dylan. There's really nothing like his voice. I've always liked Bob Dylan's voice, even though, probably according to music theory, he can't sing. But, you know, well, I should say that according to music theory, he probably doesn't have a very good voice. But I like it, and same with Janis Joplin, you know, it's not like I don't know whose voice you want to compare her to, but it's not like a by-the-book voice. So anyway, that was my song and my short little story. I keep doing episodes. This is called The Porch Show. It's on YouTube. tune in. We got almost 600 views now. There's about 20 episodes. I have 2 books that I've written. The first one's my life story. It's called Millions Like Me, My Struggle with Mental Illness. And then I wrote a book of poetry called Poems from a Bipolar Mind. Those are both on Amazon. If you live in my neighborhood, I'm planning on being on the porch when the weather's nice. I'm going to go out there now, actually. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in.